this day I don't regret how I grew up. Was raised to believe that there's no such thing as love. You want something, go get it, earn and work for it. Two immigrant parents who lost everything, came to this country and rebuilt everything. Most of my homies, their parents were in the same situation. With a generation that have all the preparation possible. Can't come across a problem that isn't solvable. It's something to respect and admire. They set the bar, I'm trying to raise it higher. I put pressure on myself.
What up, my name is Ron and I'm from Miami, Florida. I started rapping at 16, but I didn't take it serious until about 19, 20. It took a little bit to get that confidence to tell people I rap, because I used to do it on the low, like nobody knew except like me and my brother. So yeah, 16. The vibe I got was just the fact that being there, seeing it all built from scratch, because I'm not used to that at all. I'm used to just getting beats off of YouTube or whatever. So just not necessarily a vibe, but just good, like happy to be there, like seeing it, building it, like this is for me, it's for nobody else. This is tailored for what I'm trying to write about, talk about, spit, everything. So just the fact being there, period, was just cool as hell. Definitely Eminem, because believe it or not, I was all into rock. Like all through middle school, it was just punk rock, hard rock, alternative rock, anything rock. I just despised hip-hop. But then my brother put me onto the Marshall Mathers LP, and that changed my fucking life. Like that shit right there was like ridiculous. Like that's what made me like, yo, I want to do this. I mean, I was bad. I mean, who doesn't start off not sucking? But yeah, definitely M for sure.
Call it artistry of the 21st century. See everything.
I knew I had the talent once I was impressing my brother and my parents, cause my parents, they're all about Spanish music, old school Latin. My dad's all into rock. He doesn't really care for. He didn't really consider hip hop music at all. Period. So then once my songs started impressing him and him actually being like, yo, this is good, because I have the parents and have the family that'll tell you straight up like, yo, this sucks. Like, what are you doing? Like, go to school. What are you like? But yeah, once they were like, yo, this is good, keep it up, or like my brother would tell me straight up like, yo, this sucks, or like, yo, this is good, that's what's up. Music means everything. I literally don't go 30 minutes through my day without thinking about music, thinking about rap, thinking about bars, thinking about lines, words, phrases, anything. Like, if it wasn't for this, like my personality would be different. Like, I don't think I'd be as chill, but at the same time as creative as I think I am if it wasn't for music, because music brought all of that out. So yeah, it means everything.
So much to say, always thinking about where I'd end up one day.
Something crazy happened to me when I was a little younger. I was waiting for my brother outside of his apartment, and then randomly a hand kind of jumped into the side mirror, and a dude jumped in the car and tried to get me to like drive off. He was like, yo, like screaming at me like, yo, take off, and I'm like, yo, who the fuck are you? So I'm like there like trying to fight him, get out of the car or whatever. And then he finally jumps out, and then some dude right behind him, some older guy, comes out of nowhere. He's like, yo, that guy, like, who's that guy? I saw him come out of your car. I was like, I don't know, he just jumped in. He was like, yo, call the cops. He just like assaulted like some old lady. And yeah, he ends up taking off. The old guy takes off after him. I call the cops, tell him what happened. They're like right around the corner. They come through. They end up catching the guy, and then yeah, he had stabbed an old lady and robbed her. And he tried to jump in my car and like take me, like get me to be his getaway driver or some shit. But yeah, I guess like that's the craziest.
That's the type of shit you don't appreciate as a kid. Distracted.
Life is beautiful. That song is just being grateful that you're here. Like you're a living thing, you're a human being, you're walking around, like you're that lucky one that was able to walk the earth type shit. Like, and like, I don't know, just the meaning of life and just putting it all together in one, and like appreciating it, appreciating what you have, where you are, where you want to go. If you got dreams, chase them. If you're like going through shit, like it gets better, but it's up to you, you know? So like cherishing what life is, and for the most part, it's pretty fucking beautiful.
Cause God knows we can use it. Money's not the only motive.
This song I did off my last mixtape called Vice City Memoirs, called My Message. And it was probably like the most honest I had ever been up to that point. Like, talked about just shit I had gone through that I had never really even spoken to like family about. Like, it was just literally letting it all out. And then from that point on, I was like, this is the direction I want to go in.
To my next destination, exceeding
just being Nicaraguan and like being proud of that, having that background, I just use it as motivation. Like, there's people out there struggling, not having the same opportunities that we get here. So, and then just the backstory of how my parents left Nicaragua and came into the country and built everything from scratch. So it's definitely a prideful, definitely a lot of pride being from there. And I don't know, just trying to represent. Like, like there's not many rappers, at least that I know of, from Nicaragua, so I don't mind being the first one. Yo, this is Ron. You're watching Rap Reality 10, Episode 4.
I take you back to a time when things were different. Take you back to a time when people would listen, not fishing for compliments, for social media addiction. Wishing close your eyes and see my vision. So close, but I feel the distance. Take advantage of every chance I'm given. The smallest mistake can change a direction. Wrong time, wrong place can change your projection. Stay true to you can change your perception. Trying to put my pride aside, I can't stop it. No outlet, fuck it, fork in the socket, shock it, take off like a rocket, like oxygen to a flame. Ignites the passion and ghosts of pain. I do what I can for the ones I love. Push and shove any sort of doubt, push and shove any sort of hate. We're young, supposed to make mistakes in the land of snakes and fakes. Don't trip, that's all it takes to get